I posted a video for Trump, right, on my personal social media. And one of our big sponsors called and said, take that down. You know what I said? Go f yourself.
Yeah.
Dana White will take no shit from woke companies, and I think there's something we can learn from him too. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Now, Dana White calls it like it is. I think he's based in a lot of American principles. Don't love that Bud Light's now a sponsorship partner with the UFC. That's a different story for a day we've already covered. Nonetheless, we must move on. Let's not get hung up in the past. This clip, you're gonna see Dana White behave like a savage mob boss that just wants blood and vengeance from a specific woke company. You heard just a small clip of Dana White telling a company to go F themselves when they said, hey, take that video of you and Trump down. He's like, oh, f you. But there's another company, Theo Von, you'll see the clip, but the teaser, Theo Von mentions to Dana, he had a podcast with RFK Jr., and then a sponsor of Theo's calls up and says, hey, we want you to take that down. Dana White's reaction to that is priceless. We'll get to that in just a couple minutes. First, let's take a look at the first clip of Theo and Dana getting Americanized.
When you do a sponsorship deal with somebody, you have to look deep into who they are and, you know, who's running the company, who's making the decisions, and are you aligned?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is something I do with sponsors for my channel. I want to make sure they're very aligned, very good with free speech, and let them know, like, I'm going to say what's on my mind. Are you cool with that? If they're a yes, and I love their product, and I feel as though it brings genuine value into people's lives, and I use it and love it, then we're on board. So anyway, I agree with Dana. Yeah, acting like I have as good of business acumen as Dana. Like, yeah, he's a billionaire, but like, dude, I earn 5 figures a year. So I don't fly private, but I do drive private now. It's doing pretty good, kind of Dana White level.
I love that, man. Yeah, because we had Robert Kennedy Jr. on, and we had a company call, or a couple companies call after that and say, yeah, just stuff about him. We're not advertising on this episode. My advertiser's like, you guys need to take the episode down, you know? And we ended up.
And what's wrong with him?
Nothing.
Nothing. Guy's fucking brilliant.
And I've known
Guy's
him
a smart fucking
I've known
guy.
him for 7 years. Great guy.
Right.
I mean, a neat man.
Right. I've never met him.
Yeah.
I've only watched his stuff. And you got this whole Democrat, Republican, and all this crazy bullshit. He's a fucking Democrat.
Yeah.
Right?
But now they hate him just because he doesn't believe, like,
He's
this.
a Democrat with common sense.
Right.
Yeah, he's a Democrat with common sense, not a harness hooked to his back where he toes the line. That's the only reason why anybody would have a problem with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I know him personally as well. He is just a great guy. That's beside the point. Let's go on.
Right? He's like an old school Democrat.
Yeah.
And smart guy, whatever. Let me tell you this. This is America. You can have whoever you want on your podcast. You can do whatever the you want to do. Imagine a sponsor that's sponsoring you, calling you and telling you that you can't have this guy. What sponsor did it?
Now, this is just the start. Dana White is starting to go in savage mode. I mean, this is where, like, the mafia tactics, like, oh, they wanted you to take down the episode with RFK Jr. Who was it? And Dana White presses the issue hard. You'll see in the beginning, Theo Von doesn't remember, but then there's a second clip where he actually does remember. We'll give you the name of the company, and then Dana White's response just gets more and more savage in the most American way possible, which I approve of.
Let me think. And I'm not afraid to name him. I don't know if I remember. I really don't.
All right. I don't know if I believe you, but okay.
That's
Dude, Dana White's such a boss. Like, I don't know if I remember. He's like, yeah, I don't think I believe you.
fair. But I really don't know if I remember.
Imagine, and this happened to me too. This happened to me. I posted a video for Trump, right, on my personal social media. And one of our big sponsors called and said, take that down. You know what I said? Go f yourself.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if that was also the end of the conversation, just word for word. We'd like you to take that down. Go f yourself. Click.
Vote for whoever you want to vote for, and I'll vote for whoever I want to vote for. That's how this works. I don't even care who you're voting for. It's none of my fucking business.
Which, by the way, that's just like a good American way of looking at it. Like if someone tries to infringe on your freedom of expression, go f yourself. There's a time and a place to be compassionate, time and a place to be loving, time and a place to change your mind. And there's a time and a place to be a bold warrior, upholding boundaries, upholding the sovereignty of your being, upholding the sovereignty of our country. And go f yourself. That's warrior energy right there.
Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking call me and tell me who to vote for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel in fear these days, A lot of people feel in fear that if they don't vote for certain people, they're going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Hollywood, for example.
Think about how crazy that is.
It sounds insane. It sounds just like...
Well, it'll keep happening unless more people stand up for themselves and give them the fuck you response.
You got to give them the fuck you response. Now, in this next clip, someone reminds Theo who that sponsor was that told him to take down the episode with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or we're not going to advertise with you. And then that's blood in the water for the shark that is Dana White. It's like he just wants to ruin this company. Let's take a look.
Oh, Peloton was we just got an update.
It was Peloton?
Was the people who wanted an ad out.
You mean the most beta exercise equipment out there? They wanted you to take down RFK Jr.? Ha! That's cool. They really have a cafeteria at their Peloton headquarters. They serve nothing but soy and Bill Gates fake meat. Not too surprising. Let's go on.
And meanwhile, you have RFK Jr.
So Peloton,
Yeah.
what do they sell? Fucking bikes, the stationary bikes?
Yeah, dude.
Peloton sells stationary bikes, and they got a problem with Robert fucking Kennedy. Fuck you, Peloton. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah, first of all.
Right? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking Peloton bitching about Robert Kennedy.
Yeah, dude. You want to go nowhere?
Who's the CEO of Peloton? I want to see this.
Yeah, I want to see this fucking lamb, dude. Hey, you know what gets you further than Peloton? Hitchhiking. Okay, how about that, dude?
Barry McCarthy.
This fucking wiener schnitzel,
Let's see Barry McCarthy. Oh.
Not necessarily the most alpha-looking guy. He might be qualified as a beta male. Thus, he's doing beta male things and expecting Theo Von to behave like a beta male. Like, hey, we would like you to take that down. Your freedom of expression. Would you mind just not doing that? F you, Peloton.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. Dude. Barry McCarthy looks like that guy. 100%.
Look, if you're just listening at home and you're thinking of what he looks like, you're right.
He looks like a douchebag.
Yeah, dude.
100%. Where's he from?
Oh, yeah. He looks like somebody that eats his own skin a little bit at a time. Where is he?
If you call me up and said this guy was complaining about something, I'd say, oh, San Francisco, California.
There we go.
My boy.
Ring-a-ling, dude.
There you go.
Yeah, they've been giving Peloton stuff fucking vagrants, so that's why they're not leaving.
Yeah. F you, Peloton.
Yeah.
Do we have Pelotons in the gym?
So they're there at the UFC headquarters. Dana White's referring to the UFC gym. This is good.
Are those Peloton? Asports? No, there's bikes next to it. Asports? Yeah, we're getting rid of them. We're getting rid of the Pelotons.
He's got Peloton bikes in his UFC gym, and he decides to get rid of them just based on this. Because he doesn't like what that company stands for, how they operate, and how they try to infringe on other people's expression, particularly in this case, comedian Theo Von. I like it.
If they ever mail
We're sorry he's going to kill himself, but we're getting rid of the Pelotons.
Hey, look.
Pelotons are out of the gym.
Whoever uses the most can fucking have them at home, but they can't use them here, brother.
That's what you do. That's what you do. You stop fucking using their products and you...
That actually, that is the equation, Dana White's words. You stop fucking using their products and you fuck them.
And tell them to go fuck themselves. And that's the same thing for me. Like if somebody's telling you that you can't vote a certain way, if somebody's telling you that if your boss is, make a video and fucking blast
Imagine
them.
that fucking dork fucking picking up the phone, calling you and telling you that you can't have Robert Kennedy, who is a Democrat, by the way. You know that guy's a fucking Democrat, right? Telling you that you can't fucking have him on your show. Who the fuck are you, Barry McCarthy, to think you can pick up the phone and call anybody? You sell fucking stationary bikes for a living, you fucking clown.
You fucking clown. So here's the thing. This podcast just came out today, and this Barry McCarthy guy, I guarantee he'll see this clip. You know, I'm sure he doesn't listen to Theo Vaughn because, you know, the guy's a Democrat in San Francisco. But I guarantee people will send him this clip. And I just imagine his reaction. You know, keep in mind he's a beta male. He's not like getting mad, like, oh, you know what, I'm going to teach him Melissa, how dare he? And probably just sit there and cry, like into his bowl of granola.
Yeah, fuck them, dude. God, dude. And what is he? He's probably middleweight. I'll cut 40 pounds and.
That guy is the typical fucking pompous, arrogant fucking douchebag that I cannot stomach.
It's people who don't know. Yeah, it's people that think they know what it's like somewhere and they've never even been there. That's a story of a lot of our country these days. But I like this. It gives me an avenue to feel like I can fight back.
Now you might be thinking, like, whoa, okay, that was awesome of Dana White, and it looks like he's cooled down. No, he keeps going.
I appreciate that.
You have to fight back.
Yeah.
You're going to let that fucking guy tell you what to do?
No, dude. I will cook that dude's fucking.
Look at this. There he is. That right there tells you exactly what fucking Barry McCarthy is all about. Peloton just laid off 500 of their employees in their 4th round of cuts this year.
Yep.
You know what, everybody listening? Fucking fuck Barry McCarthy and Peloton. Okay? That's what a stand-up guy Barry is.
Yeah, dude. And that's why he ain't, fucking. No wonder.
Let off 500 more of his employees out in his 4th round of cuts.
Yeah, and what's lamer than watching your husband get on a bike that doesn't go anywhere, huh? What wife is like, oh, I'm so proud of this guy? That's like my dad, man, right?
Get Borsari in here right now. I need Borsari in here.
Yeah, get him. Yeah, is he a bicyclist? He has to be. If he isn't, why does he look exactly like one?
He's a workout freak. I'm not bullshitting you. You can film us.
Yeah.
My guys are going to take the Pelotons out of the gym today.
I love that, dude. Yeah.
We're getting rid of them. We're going to go throw them in the fucking garbage today.
I'll be happy to toss him in.
So he was in a situation where he had Robert Kennedy Jr. on his show. And an advertiser called and told him, get rid of that. You're not posting that podcast. Take it down, blah, 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 because he had Robert Kennedy on, right? It was Peloton, okay? Well, do you know who Barry McCarthy is?
No.
Barry McCarthy is the CEO of Peloton.
Yeah.
Let us see Barry McCarthy again. Can we see him again, please?
Dude, this is where, like, being a bully is good. Like, you're bullying this tyrannical sheep, like the sheep that is propagating tyranny. Bullying the bad guys is good. I'm loving this.
Barry McCarthy together, actually, Craig.
Is that Pelotons that we have in the gym?
We have Pelotons, yeah.
They're going. We're throwing them out. We're getting rid of them.
Not donating them to anywhere, but just throwing them out. We're going to piss on them, shit on them, throw in the dumpster, put that dumpster in another dumpster, light it on fire.
It's Barry McCarthy.
I'll be on a treadmill.
This is the guy that called and told him to take down the fucking.
We had an episode.
Does that look like the guy that would call and bitch about Robert Kennedy Jr.? He does, doesn't he? They're gone. Yeah. They're going out
so
today.
I gotta go bike on the road now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, look.
No, you just got to use the assault bikes now instead.
Yeah.
Assault bikes are much better. I've got one. That's a manly piece of exercise equipment. Peloton.
Huh?
Those are tougher anyway.
Way
Are
tougher.
they really?
Way tougher than Peloton.
It's time to step up.
If I asked you to guess, so he called and he wanted Robert Kennedy Jr. taken down, right? Threatening him on his podcast, right?
Yeah, they were about to go public. I think their company is about to go public or something. They're like, this could ruin everything. That's what our ad agency said to us. They're worried this could ruin everything. It's 8:00 at night on a Friday or something.
Can imagine that.
And they made us go take an older episode down because of something he'd said recently in the news. Or this was like 2 years ago, maybe.
Where do you think Barry lives? Where do you think he's from? Just look at him and
guess, huh?
And listen to the conversation and see if you can tell me where Barry lives. Craig?
Guess.
San Francisco.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, dude. Hey, you just
Barry
won.
lives in San Francisco.
Hold on. You just won 4 Pelotons.
That's incredible. I mean, that's a guy you don't want him coming after you. Which, by the way, like that consciousness of Dana White, like, oh, that company wants to silence someone, they want to infringe on freedom of expression, let alone as a way of propagating tyranny. F you. That's something I think is inside you and I as freedom lovers. Dana White, his sword is just really sharp, and I think it's very inspiring. You know, we look at what happened with Bud Light. That was a very you energy. So ironic that UFC has now got a major sponsorship with Bud Light. So it's kind of like everything Dana White was saying about Peloton. It's like, dude, you could also say that about Bud Light, your 9-figure sponsor. But before we go, it was coming up almost January 21st, 2020. So almost 4 years ago, I made a parody video about Pelotons. I don't have one, but a friend of mine has one. Please don't make fun of him. And I was just doing a parody like this. I thought it was a joke. Like this idea that you pay a couple $1,000s for a bike that doesn't go anywhere, and you're paying like a monthly subscription so you can get these video feeds of the instructors on this annoying screen in front of you who don't care about you. They're telling you how to work out. Yeah, it's like the least effortful way to exercise. So I made a video about Pelotons. It's called The Most Expensive Way to Exercise. Peloton parody. Has a little over 500,000 views. By the way, thank you for the 3 million subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for that amazing support. Show you just a super short clip of the Peloton video. Pelotons, ladies and gentlemen, but more importantly, we see Dana White just coming from a very American place, being a bold, fierce warrior, standing up for what's right, and not just, you know, oh, that's kind of a crappy company, but like, yeah, look at what that company stands for. Let's go after them. And this clip with Dana White and Theo Von. I mean, Theo has a huge podcast. Dana White is obviously a huge name. I guarantee this clip is going to get tens of millions of views. It's already going viral. It just came out a few hours ago. So I would highly suspect that this clip alone will, at the very least, ding Peloton. I mean, just hearing what they want to silence RFK Jr. by way of taking Theo Von's episode with him down. When you hear that, do you want to do business with Peloton? Even if they made a worthwhile piece of exercise equipment and not some bougie beta male thing where, you know, you have to paint your fingernails before you get on it and put on your tuck-it bathing suit. Even if it was a good piece of exercise equipment, would you want to give them any business? I know I wouldn't. So it'll be really interesting if we hear any sort of dip in Peloton sales as a result of Dana White just saying what we probably both think out loud. With that said, thank you for being along for the ride today, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. I'll see you on our next video, but before that, stay tuned for this special message. I believe health equals freedom, and that's why I started Awaken CBD, because I want to help support the viewers of this channel, myself and my family, with the most important element of freedom there possibly could be: your health. With Awaken CBD, I am proud to bring you the highest quality CBD in terms of potency and purity available on the market. Personally, I love using CBD to help my sleep and ultimately give me more energy, help me recover from bumps and bruises, aches and pains, and help me relax from the daily stress going on. Now, I'll tell you this, I think there is immense power in good habits done consistently. And when they are, I call those my freedom rituals. And taking CBD is one of my freedom rituals that I absolutely love. And if you'd love to bring a freedom ritual into your life with Awaken CBD, I'd invite you to check out our full line of products, including full spectrum CBD oil, CBD gummies, sleep gummies, and also introducing Nano CBD. And if you'd like to bring a freedom ritual into your life with Awaken CBD, I'd invite you to check out our subscribe and save option. It ensures the CBD products that you want are delivered to you regularly so you never miss a day with your freedom ritual and you don't have to think about it. You save money on your order, you get free shipping, exclusive perks, and you can cancel anytime. To sign up for Subscribe and Save, just go to awakencbd.com. I appreciate you, my friend.